was one of those chases where you woke up the day of and you looked outside and you went, oh my God, the setup has completely fallen apart overnight. All right, welcome back to the channel. So it's been lots of wildlife lately, but I wanted to switch it up today. And today we're going to do a storm chase video. This is going to be a look back on a successful storm chase, which is in 2022. There's not many successful storm chases nowadays, but there was one back in 2015. This video is going to be about May 9th, which was a really tricky day. I remember leading up to the day, myself and all my friends I was going to chase with, we were very excited. We were just like, oh man, this is going to be big. And the day before and then the morning of the chase, it was one of those chases where you woke up the day of and you looked outside and you went, oh my God, the setup has completely fallen apart overnight. It was brutal. Yeah, so I remember waking up that morning and looking outside and just seeing as far as the eye could see, just being socked in with clouds, and like not a cloud deck that looked like was going anywhere. And I was just like, well, it's not supposed to be like this. And then so I ran into my computer room and pulled up Visible Sat and saw that, yeah, there was ongoing storms down in the Panhandle that was coming towards sort of southeast Colorado, southwest Kansas, which is where the big target was for the day. Like, no, we can't have storms coming through. Like, I thought these storms were supposed to go through overnight, and they didn't. And now they're here in the morning, and it's ruining the target area. And it was one of the few times I recall reading the SPC Outlook that morning, and I'll post a little clip here of it, but basically they were like, yeah, we don't really know what's going to happen. They were just like, I think their wording was something like, well, today has the potential to be like a high-end event, or it could be a total bust. And it was very tricky, and there were lots of complications in there. So we decided that we were still going to chase because it was a Saturday, and why not? And we met up, and we were kind of just going over things, and all of us were sort of befuddled, I guess would be the right word. We're just like, well, I don't know, where do we want to try to head to? And I remember looking at Visible Satellite that morning, and we were just like, man, is there clearing like anywhere? And there was a little bit of clearing down by Lamar and like near Eads. So I think we kind of just were like, well, let's head there and we'll see what happens. But we actually ended up driving through storms near Lyman at like 9 in the morning. It was very weird. It's just very unusual. And we got down towards Eads, and that is where the video will pick up. As we drifted south towards Eads and the clearing that we were seeing ahead of us, we noticed that, yeah, some towers were popping up, so we decided to stop, give them a look to see if maybe they had a chance to evolve into anything. And over time, they did eventually become sort of weak storms, but nothing that you would think was that incredible. But we stayed with them, and yeah, it really started coming together. Next thing you know, it was like, wait, is that a base back there? Okay, it's not bad, it's not bad. And as you can see in the photos here, the storm really evolved actually pretty quickly. And, next thing you know, we're sitting here on a bona fide supercell. And, yeah, that was when the day really started.
Yeah, look at all these snake holes out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of snake holes out here. I don't want to... Well, they could be gopher holes, but since we saw snakes earlier all over the road, I'm going with snake holes. can definitely see like left to right, like just broad rotation.
And you can see it's kind of like cut off. Man.
Yeah, it's kind of started. Looks like it's kind of starting to form like a mezzo.
It is. It really is. I think we finally got our storm.
Might be finally on a good storm.
I think it's right on the boundary.
It must be, yeah.
Because like you can
look
almost
back.
see like it's trying to push some RFD notches into here. And you've got the carousel, and then you've got, you know, where. Oh yeah, look at that thing.
Kind of lost in that dust there.
It's like crossing the road right in front of us.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, not right in front of us, but
It's a ways
to ahead of
up
us.
there,
Yeah, it's a ways up there.
It looks like it looks weak, but
Might rope out, but not quite.
still
looks
love to
pretty
see a neat
strong.
little rope out.
Looking like it's starting to rope out.
It's roping.
Wow, look at this on the nose. Holy crap, look at how big the RFD notch is. And look at how calm it is in here.
It's all the way up.
Oh my god.
And then the wind is dead calm where we are. Oh yeah, now you guys got that nice little
Yeah, there he goes, roping out. Oh. Look
here we
at
go,
that.
here we go, nice. I love that sort of stuff.
Wow. It looks like it's an open field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
We can't exactly tell visually.
Oh my goodness. There it goes.
We're done.
It's still hanging out there.
It's got-
There it goes.
done now.
There it goes. It's done. Wow. Look at the whole RFD cut. Oh my gosh, it might do it again.
It's 5 p.m. exactly. Wow, look at that. Big tornado. tornado. Man, it is 5 p.m. Mountain Time on the dot. Wow, look at that. That is incredible.
Look at how white it is.
Yeah, it's very wide at the very wide at the top. This is a little drill bit down on the base. Man, that cone was
Oh my god, the wide angle shots, you can see the whole storm.
yeah, I've gone. We saw a third tornado as we were driving north up towards Cheyenne Wells. I made Michael pull over for 2 seconds so I could jump out, snap a photo as it touched down, but that's the only photo I got of it. The tornado was very short-lived. And then the storms really kind of went upscale and went linear, and we all rushed to Burlington to beat a pretty nasty hail core. And then it was at Burlington where we kind of decided that the day was over, and we all met up and we're all celebrating, and then realized that there was a blizzard ongoing back on I-70 closer to Denver. So we turned around and started driving that way, and needless to say, the drive back from about Deer Trail back into Denver was... I wasn't even driving, and I was so nervous. It was crazy. But Michael did a great job in his car, and I was able to get home, and yeah, that is the end of the day. All right, so that is May 9th, 2015. So like I said, that morning we just, we didn't know what to expect, and it didn't look great, and obviously it ended up turning out as an amazing chase, and yeah, it was great. Saw lots of tornadoes, and had that perilous drive home through the blizzard, which was... oh God, I was like, we are getting stranded on I-70, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, this is gonna happen. But Michael's little Subaru, oh man, that car, man, it did great. It really just plowed through, and man, that was a great little Subaru Forester. I think it was a Forester, man. Yeah, but we made it, and yeah. So I did just want to take a little time here at the end to talk about chasing for me in 2022, which is a little bit, I guess you could probably imagine how that's gone if we're now just talking about 2022 chasing and it's the middle of July. I did not chase a single time this year. I mean, that's due to a lot of reasons. I just recently changed positions at my job. Your boy got a little bump. So that happened the first week of June. So I was really pretty limited on what kind of time I could take off, during that week, because I was transitioning into a new job. And yeah, so that was happening. Also, my good friend Dan, who you guys all know, I'm sure, Dan Sianka, him and his wife had their first baby the first week of June. So Dan was not coming out to Colorado for our usual chase vacation. So that factored in a little bit. And then also my other friend, Michael Carlson, that I'm sure you guys all know, he was sort of saving up his vacation time because him and his wife are going to Europe later. So they weren't taking any dedicated time for chasing. So, and then also throw in the fact that 2022 sucked. There was really not a lot of setups, like good setups in sort of the areas that I've kind of, sort of relegated myself down to a smaller area of chasing. I don't drive everywhere anymore. But yeah, sort of that high plains area. just hasn't really had many good setups this year. So just all those factors kind of came together, and yeah, so it's a bummer. But I also was planning on going to Arizona for the last week of July. My parents have a place down in Tucson where they spend the winters. Lucky them. So myself and my dad, were going to go down to Tucson to do some monsoon chasing this year. So I kind of knew that I always had that like in my back pocket, where it was like, well, if chasing around here sucks, like I know I'm still going to go down there and do that at least. So I'll be able to do something. Well, unfortunately, that has fallen apart for me as well. I've had something come up with work that is unavoidable for me to reschedule. So that last week of July, I still need to be here in Colorado for a work commitment. And it's fine. I really like my job, so it's fine. But yeah, so that's yeah. So unless something really pops up here in August or later this, sort of this summer around Colorado, then yeah, that's gonna be a wrap on 2022 for storms for me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with storm chasing right now. And but I hope you enjoyed this look back on a time where storms were a little bit better. So thanks, and yeah, I'll be back with another video of something soon. Thanks.
Thank you.